This is Weekly Gaming News. 5 quick stories, let's go. Microsoft's next Xbox might be closer than we thought. During AMD's latest earnings call, CEO Lisa Su casually dropped that Microsoft is currently working on a new Xbox with a semi-custom AMD chip, and that development is progressing well toward a 2027 launch window. Now that doesn't mean the console is locked in for next year, but it does suggest that 2027 is very much the internal target right now. This lines up with what Xbox President Sarah Bond said back in mid-2025 when Microsoft confirmed a long-term partnership with AMD. She talked about co-engineering silicone across devices, not just consoles in your living room, but potentially handheld hardware too, and leaning harder into AI and machine learning for future games. What's interesting is that leaked FTC documents from the Microsoft case previously pointed to a 2028 release, with the next Xbox described as a hybrid platform combining local hardware and cloud computing. So either plans have shifted, or Microsoft is trying to get ahead of the curve, especially since Series X and S haven't exactly set the world on fire sales-wise. Either way, all signs point to Xbox hardware being far from dead, and the next generation is already taking shape. One of the biggest surprises from the Switch 2 presentation came from Square Enix, who officially confirmed that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is heading to Nintendo's newest console. Rebirth will launch on Switch 2 on June 3rd, 2026, finally letting Nintendo players catch up after years of waiting, and it won't be alone. We also learned that Rebirth is launching on Xbox at the exact same time. This means the entire FF7 remake saga is now firmly no longer PlayStation exclusive, something we always knew would happen eventually. Square Enix has been very open about wanting their big games on more platforms. Rebirth landing on Switch 2 and Xbox is especially important because it catches Nintendo players up on the story just in time for what we expect to be the reveal of the third and final chapter. Pre-orders are already live, with digital bonuses up for grabs, and honestly, this feels like Square finally course-correcting after years of fragmented releases. If you're a Nintendo or Xbox player who felt locked out before, your time has finally come. Bethesda is clearly betting big on the Switch 2, and they've now locked in dates for 3 major releases, including one shadow drop. Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition launches digitally on February 24th, with a physical code-in-box release later in April. This version includes all DLC and a massive bundle of Creation Club mods, matching the PS5 and Series X versions. Then there's Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which hits Switch 2 on May 12th. This one's ambitious. We're talking ray-traced global illumination on a handheld hybrid console. The hardware technically supports ray tracing, but it's still below the minimum spec Machine Games originally targeted, so optimization is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. Finally, Oblivion Remastered is confirmed for Switch 2 in 2026, though it'll be digital first. Fallout 4 should be fine if Bethesda's optimization holds up, but Indiana Jones is the real test. If id Tech works its usual magic, this could be one of Switch 2's biggest technical showcases. HBO is officially working on a Baldur's Gate live-action series, and it's being led by Craig Mazin, the same name behind The Last of Us. Sounds great, except for one major catch. Larian Studios isn't involved at all. The show will continue after the events of Baldur's Gate 3, using its characters and world, but without the studio that wrote the game. That's raised a lot of eyebrows, especially when you look at recent successes. Neil Druckmann was deeply involved in The Last of Us. Todd Howard had major input on Fallout. Even Cyberpunk leaned on CD Projekt Red. Larian staff didn't hide their frustration. Publishing director Michael Deuce joked online that BG3 only exists because Larian made it popular enough to matter in the first place. Adapting one of the best written RPGs ever without its writers, that's a bold move, and not necessarily a smart one. Xbox Game Pass subscribers are eating well again in February. The big headliner is High on Life 2, launching day 1 on February 13th. More talking guns, more absurd humour, and more chaotic FPS action. Other Day 1 additions include Relooted, a heist game about reclaiming stolen artifacts, and Blaze Blue Entropy Effect X, a fast-paced roguelike spin-off with slick 2D combat. Beyond new releases, there's a strong mix of returning hits. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Kingdom Come Deliverance, and Star Sand Island are all on the way. Obsidian's Avowed joins the premium tier, and Madden NFL 26 is here too, though Madden 24 will be leaving mid-month. Add in recent arrivals like Death Stranding Director's Cut and Space Marine, and Game Pass continues to justify its price, especially if you like trying a bit of everything. And that's it for this week's biggest gaming headlines. From Final Fantasy VII Rebirth finally breaking free from exclusivity, to Xbox already lining up its next generation, there's a lot changing across the industry right now, and it feels like we're right at the start of another major shift. Let me know which of these stories you care about the most, or if there's something big you think I missed this week. If you enjoyed this format, make sure to like the video, subscribe for weekly gaming news, and I'll see you in the next one.